There are conversations that shape how we live. Conversations that help us navigate challenges of life. Conversations that bring out the best in us. This is where we gather to help each other find the way and unleash our potential. Welcome to the Benjamin Zulu Globe.
Psychologist, relationship coach, the one, the only
Benjamin Zulu.
Benjamin Zulu himself.
Warm welcome to Benjamin Zulu Global Show. My name is Sylvia Kiremi. Welcome to the conversation that we're just about to have that is so interesting because we are learning. And in this show, we learn and we also learn to unlearn. Now, how do you show your worth as a woman without saying a word? That is the conversation that we are having. And I'm imagining people noticing my value, my worth, and what I carry within me without saying a word, without explaining myself.
Yes.
So interesting. Yes.
Yes, and we are talking about those things that you can do, and your energy is your introduction. And we said there's a few things that are noticeable about you.
Yeah.
That go ahead of you. The first one that is very fast, speed of light, is your reputation.
Yes.
Your name, when you are mentioned, oh, the one who's coming is called Sylvia. Oh, which Sylvia? Do you know about, oh, what is it? Let me check out. Oh, the name, the reputation precedes you.
Yeah.
When he's explaining Robert Greene, the two laws follow each other. One that says your reputation is everything, guard it with your life. But to make sure people don't confuse with it, there's another one he calls to court scandal and remain in the news by all means. There's another political strategy where oblivion is a death in that context of popularity.
Yeah.
So when the contest is for popularity, when the competition for attention and numbers, you better be scandalous than be unknown.
Yes.
But people have mistaken the political attention and popularity with personal. He meant personal versus public.
Yeah.
Your personal name, he said, your personal name is so precious you cannot allow anybody to attack it. You must defend it with all you got because you can win wars. Actually, he gave cases where wars have been won without a single shot being fired.
Yeah.
Just because they had a certain general welcoming. Whenever people had that, the young general called Napoleon was approaching. Many times they just run. They can't face that guy.
Yeah.
Whenever people, you heard of this quote, maybe that, I don't know if you heard of it, that an army of lions commanded by a sheep will be defeated by an army of sheep commanded by a lion any day. The commander's name.
Yes.
One guy became so popular for commanding tanks that he terrified the opponents that they would run before he even arrives.
Yeah.
Because he was very unpredictable. He would approach, disappear, cause dust, confuse you, go this way. He doesn't care about wasting fuel, just to confuse you.
Yeah.
After putting you on high alert the whole day and you're a nervous wreck, he doesn't attack. You don't sleep, you're on guard. Because you have a lot of tension and prepare. Tomorrow, before when you're taking breakfast, he attacks. So that reputation of being unpredictable, hard to pin what is after, would precede him. Reputation precedes you.
Yeah.
It arrives ahead of you.
Yes.
That's why I don't want you to dress carelessly, drive carelessly. Those things constitute your image, your name. Nowadays, it's not tankers and guns.
Yes.
Nowadays, it's the money, it's the CV, is how dependable you keep your word, how trustworthy, is how competent, and people are just cutting shortcuts. They just want to steal money, take corners. They forget their name carries and remains. After you leave, your name will remain here.
Yes.
Your work and your name will remain here. And your children and your descendants have to deal with it.
Yeah.
They have to explain why their grandma was like this. I hear this was your grandma. No, please, no, me. I'm not sure. In fact, I was not. Oh, this, yeah. By the way, I'm glad you recognized. We resemble each other, right? Yeah. People have to deal with your name after you're gone.
Yes.
Continue crawling to dark corners and sleeping people, creating babies funny, and being known to have been faithful and unfaithful, and lying, eating public money, stealing and stashing it in other countries, and you will die to nobody's sorrow. There's a king in Israel who died and nobody mourned. He died to nobody's sorrow. Even at death, people are hateful. You say, get rid of this person from us. That atmosphere, what they did to us, get them out.
Yes.
Remember your name. This thing precedes you. Just wanted to, we have other things that matter more than your looks. Because today's society is really obsessed with looks.
Yes.
They have boob jobs.
Yeah.
They have lip jobs. So we have jobs. But you don't have job for your name.
Yes.
Can you? So we have body by design. Do you have a name by design? Reputation by design? Character by design? Do you have a CV by design? Don't be carried by the vanity of society, okay?
Yes.
No. Instead of putting a knife on your body, put a knife on your mouth, eh? Or now you talk, eh? Yes. Instead of lip job, can you do tongue job? Can you learn how to talk? Can you learn manners? Can you learn decency, decorum?
Yes.
Can you learn self-control? We have a lot of socialites who have really elongated their bodies and they're making girls think that's the ideal.
Yeah.
Okay? They've added parts of their bodies to appear like that way. And men who obsess over them, they go to worship those women. A woman who everybody knows this is a prostitute.
Yeah.
Just hire a prostitute to get money. And a man obsesses, goes married. So girls are trying to look to live that life. There's something else that will last you longer. A good name is better than precious ointment. And the day of death is better than the day of birth. That is Ecclesiastes 7. And saying a good name is better than high-level perfume, high-level ointment, that everything that jewels, those things. The reputation. Can you have a reputation for perfect job? A reputation. If today a young man joins a media station, joins a station like the Benjamin Zulu Global, and he's being told, here, if you want to make it be on the side of something, make sure you say it, make sure you are there. People always try to tell you the politics.
Yeah.
You remember the good name. Even after you leave, that name, we had a person here who was perfect.
Yeah.
In this, consistent. Okay, the other things we won't discuss today, but just know that their attitude, your attitude is very, it rubs off people and they never forget it. Maya Angelou said, people forget your name, but they don't forget how you made them to feel. Your attitude makes people feel something.
Yes. Yes.
If you're upbeat, open, easygoing, you make them laugh. You put them at ease, and when they see you, they just smile before you even talk.
Yeah.
Your attitude. And then we have attitude and energy. Many times they go together. Yeah. We have other things like how your character, stability, dependability. Can people count on your word? Can people, in that field you call yourself the expert, are you the go-to person? Yeah. Many people just remain so there. They just say, I've been in this job for 20 years, been a nurse for 20 years. But there are a lot of cases they cracked and turned the situation around.
Yes.
Somebody has been a kindergarten teacher and they can't show you a person they shaped from nothing. We have primary school teachers who we know they are heroes to us, more than even our president.
True.
They made me from nothing. Yeah. It's not the position, it's how well you did your job. The way Martin Luther King Jr. said, if you're a street sweeper, you should sweep in such a way that people will say, here lived a street sweeper who did their job well. You can be a very shoddy CEO or a very excellent clerk. That's another thing that matters a lot, more than your looks.
Yes.
We are helping the women to know how to show their worth without having to talk. And I started there because the body has been over-exaggerated. People have really talked about physical beauty.
Yeah.
And I just want you to remember that cameras don't show us the latter end of women who modify their bodies too much. Cameras don't show you the latter end.
They don't.
They don't. They don't follow those people who swallow mercury to change their skin tone. They don't follow that person who put things, did this. When you finally meet them on a personal level, it's a shameful end. But the media hides that part.
Yeah.
Nobody shows you the consequences in the long run. You only shown the glamorous side. because of physical overemphasis, many women have no idea what else to do with themselves. So how to show your confidence without having to speak? Number one is to combine showing love with detachment. I don't want you to be cold-hearted. I don't want you to be unaffectionate and unconcerned. That's not who you are.
Yeah.
You're a person who loves sincerely.
Yes.
You're a person who loves with all your heart. In fact, sometimes you're afraid of your heart that it will get too attached. Sometimes you fear that it will get too invested too soon, that people will take advantage of your love.
Yes.
They will know that you are helplessly in love and they will exploit it. So when you're a sincere person, that's usually a fear. Will I love the wrong person? They hurt me deeply.
Yeah.
You know? But I don't want you to say I will never love again. If you want to command people to know your worth without you having to quarrel about it, continue being as affectionate and warm and patient and understanding and giving and generous as you've always been. Only combine it with this detachment, ability to detach should you need to. This is difficult to crack, but once you balance it, you become very fear. You inspire fear. People taste your love, but they also know they can't control you with it.
Yes.
That is a combination. You have seen this elsewhere, in another context of restaurants, where they gave you very good service, but they didn't bother you asking when are you coming next time, nagging you to come again.
Yeah.
When you come, they give you perfect service, they're very glad to serve you. And they bid you, I want you to go to five. Remember a 5-star experience I told you?
Yes.
They make you think they were waiting for you.
Yeah. They see you, they come running.
Yes.
Yes.
Somebody carries the car.
Yeah.
There's a picture in the car. I went to one of these restaurants, they parked the car for me. They said, oh my, this is like they don't bother squeezing into the parking. They'll park it for you. They say, wow, somebody's trying to check your jacket. The other one, huh? You feel queenly treatment.
Yeah.
I want you to think that way in terms of love. Be that person who can lavish people with love. Can make them feel a feeling they've never had.
Yes.
One way you can do this, get a meal that you cook very well, that is unforgettable. Feminine magic involves good meals, good cleanliness, good colors, good environment. Those are the feminine magic that gives you an unforgettable touch. Learn to dress yourself just perfectly.
Yes.
Learn to do your home just well. Find those meals that you can perfect. It can just be frying, just be something you know how to perfect something.
Yes.
That people taste and they're like, oh my, they associate it with the Sylvia. And then a manner of talk that is warm, assuring, and massaging to the soul. Don't talk like a hustler every day. Laugh well. Have a style of laughter like a lady. Have a vibe. Don't bump fees. You're serious, funny. Have a collectedness and give people an attention that makes them feel enlarged. Practice. That's how you lavish love. 5-star, okay? Yeah. Just think 5-star. Yes. And you should visit. I know you've been visiting, but this is what people continue. They are not the same 5 stars. They're different. But there are some that sing song when they see you. They do drum roll, they dance. Yeah. When they see you. This is business, but it's good.
It's good.
Now personalize it. Personalize. Also, those guys who do yacht, those who do Caribbean, they have that reception that is very, especially if you're booking first class, you're given a lot of personalized, like an attendant always standing somewhere for you to just cuff and they come running. They want something. Yes. So learn that. Learn to show people that combined with what the restaurants do. It's not you they depend on. You know you must bring yourself to get this treatment. If you don't come, they'll continue their life. They still have other people to attend. That is what makes you not to get too entitled. They're in this while you're in it. When you are not there, they'll continue. Can you master that? You give people your all, but you have limits. And if they don't meet the limits, if they cross your boundaries, you're able to detach as completely as you're attached. One day I'll come with a term for that because it's a real phenomenon. Yeah. If you think of coining a term or researching whether there's one. Because we only know people who can love intensely, yeah, and those who can detach in a very cold way. We don't know that there should be a combination. Mm-hmm. That you can love fully while you're still able to live fully.
Yeah. And you can detach.
Yes. When people know that you can't be abused, taken for granted, ignored, assumed, degraded, just because you're so affectionate, yeah, and loving, but they also know they can't get this kind of love elsewhere.
Yes.
They reciprocate your love with a touch of fear. Humans are funny. They only respect you when they fear the consequences of losing you.
Yes.
Remember that? Mm. Humans, they have the tendency to just check boundaries. Just check boundaries. The second, so I want you to master how to love, combined with detachment. Don't say, I love helplessly, I can't help myself, this person is treating me, I can't leave, what do I do? What? Yeah. The moment you sound helpless, you have given away all power. Learn power. Power is not part of women's dialogue. It's not in them. Mm. They learn connection and affection and romance and intimacy. Now, put another element to give yourself that self-worth that people can read and they don't have a word for it. Yeah. Power. Power means ability to detach. It, yes, causes fear. Makes people say, I don't cross there. I can't cross that. Yeah. That's one reason that you should not always quit when people violate or cheat on you. Because sometimes that's the only chance they have to know that they can lose you. And when they return, they'll return humble. Yeah. I'm not saying you should always forgive cheating or violation. But there are sometimes people must test boundaries to know that you can actually go. They crossed you and you left. They had to trace you down, beg, kneel, swear, cry for you to come back. And they live with that knowledge that I was this close to losing this woman. Yeah. She can actually live. Mm. Sometimes that's how people, they ask, is it possible to experience love after cheating? Tell them, yes. If the one who's cheated on is able to demonstrate that they can't take this. Yeah. While also giving the person a second chance for such rich love. When it is so rich, but you also know it can go, you are... Yes. So, most people say, I can't tolerate cheating. Nobody wants to wish themselves accident. Cheating is like an accident on the road. Nobody wishes that. Yeah. You don't know how it will hurt you, where it will break you. Mm-hmm. So it's true. I hope you never have to deal with it. But even if it's not cheating, sometimes people will violate you in a certain way. That's a chance for you to demonstrate, yeah, that you just love them. You don't need them. You can live without them. You are fully capable of surviving jubilantly and happily without them, with other people. Yes. Once people know you have those kind of limits, they fear to cross them. The second thing that brings self-worth in is the unpredictability of inventing yourself continuously, usually every year. The unpredictability of introducing a new version of yourself every year. A new element to your personality that they did not know. This leaves people guessing and anticipating what you will do next. This is what makes you ungraspable, impossible to define. And so they know what you're capable of is limitless. Yeah. And this is what gives you a sense of adventure and newness and novelty. For example, people left you off when you had built this decent home and you had your 2 kids. They said they have figured you out. They have seen your children, they have seen your home, they have seen your job. And now, many people usually don't go beyond that. You know, Sylvia, they live over there, their home. This is a photo of their home. Yes. I know that girl, I know that guy. How are you doing at your home? And because they think you've arrived, they don't know that you're always stretching. You keep quiet and they're coming back 5 years. to come tell you now, they've also built a home like yours. They've caught up with you. They find that you have built another commercial, palatial thing that is just a game changer. That is giving you so much money, they can't imagine how you managed to do this.
Yes.
You appeared like you had arrived for people to leave you alone.
Yes.
You satisfy what they know.
Yes.
Then underground, you went to the other side of town and set up commercial things that are just built with modern technology, so attractive and competent. It's not smallness, the way people do smallness. They're wondering, you and this. Why? Because you toured in Dubai, you got ideas. You make it your mission to just check how to build economically yet modern. That has been your obsession. Economic yet modern, you know? And you're looking for which architect designed the other one. And you've been tinkering and checking and doing. And because there was no publicity, there was no opposition. Sometimes you get opposition when you publicize. So you keep it private, there was no opposition. There was no argument. There was no noise. You know, by the time people are learning about it, you're not telling them, but you're already into something else elsewhere. Yeah. When you shock people with value, shock people with achievement, shock people with the project, they're usually on the, that guy's unpredictable. And imagine when you're doing that with your husband and you keep surprising the world. They left you having one beautiful child, two beautiful, only to realize you got third one long ago and the third one is already in school. You guys, I thought you were two.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Another one came. Make it casual.
Yes.
How? From pregnancy to all this, we did not see how. Because it's just like moving in silence.
Yeah.
If you do some of these things, people remain apprehensive of what you might be up to. And when they're apprehensive, they don't close you in a box.
Yes.
And they give you carte blanche, just open check. They don't know what you're capable of. How do you achieve this? You achieve this when you are a believer in greatness and possibility.
Yes.
When you are a traveler of life, not a settler of life. And before people get to know it, when they tell you, we have arrived nearby your home, are you around? Or you mean which area? I moved. The innocently say, we are. You used to be in Kasarani. Oh, sorry, Karen nowadays. You can come this house. Oh, Karen, you did not announce.
Yeah.
You just upgraded.
Yes.
Because normally when people get their own home and their own compound, they have arrived. So the Lord, Cecilia has arrived. No, Sylvia has only arrived on level 1. We don't know level 2.
Yes.
So now they stop predicting. I'm using this because on a personal level, people are always measuring themselves against you and trying to figure you out and trying to predict that they have seen all there is. With the kind of education they know you have, the kind of money you're earning, there's not much. The loan you have taken to buy that plot will take you 10 years. And you don't bother correcting them. You just wait for your actions to correct them. Make sure every now and then you shock people to stop them from limiting you into a box. Sometimes I want you to upgrade your things just because people are used to them. Sometimes that the clothes are old.
Yes.
People have seen them too much. Just to remove that predictability. It's part of your image. This is not vanity. This is image. You are the artist.
Yes.
Painting on a canvas of how you want the world to see you. And how do you want the world to see you? Ungraspable, dynamic. Living organisms, self-creating, changing, evolving, moving with the times, flexible, fluid. What Robert Greene would say, the future belongs to armies that are fluid, fast, and non-linear. And it is true of individuals as well. Couples, families that are fluid, not rigid.
Yeah.
Not just get a job, get children.
It's this and it's this.
And they're fast. The reason you achieve many things because you try many things. Some fail, others succeed.
Yeah.
But you're fast.
Yes. You keep moving.
And non-linear.
Yeah.
You don't follow A, B, C, D. A, D, you because of our context.
Yes.
You know, if you can keep that as part of your movement, people will give you self-worth, respect you, because they know they can't pin you to a GPS.
Yeah.
They can't. They want to confirm. I used you in this. Is your shop? Oh yeah, our first branch is there, but I'm not in that branch now. Oh, you have a branch now, because they know. Yeah. They can't tie you. They can't tie you. Oh, you mean the shop for electronics? Oh, okay, yeah, that one is there. Which one? I also have furniture. If you want furniture, you can pass this outside. You know?
Yes.
Make sure self-worth, you communicate it in terms of unpredictability, fluidity. This does not mean you're unstable, you're always throwing things here. No, it means you never stop somewhere in one place. You're always checking what else. You prepare, you attempt, you evaluate, you attempt again, you evaluate. If that is your lifestyle, if that is how you move, you'll be surprised how much you can do in 5 years, in 3 years, in 10. You'll be surprised how far you can shift and change.
Yeah.
Next time we'll talk about the qualities that make for this kind of life, because it's not automatic. It's not easy.
Yes.
And the qualities that can make you that kind of person. But today, I just want you to know the way to show your value, to show your worth, without quarreling about it. Master how to love people fully, while you can also detach fully.
Yeah.
And number 2, bring the unpredictability of new levels of achievement almost every year or every so often. And people are getting surprised every time.
Yeah.
They know this. We don't know what she's capable of. We have to find out. Yes.
Just reminded me of a friend.
Yes.
There's this friend, we are so good friends. So I go to her house and now she's telling me, you know what? I changed my car. I sold the other car. Why did you sell the car? It was not so effective. I just thought, let me get a car that is easy for me to manage. And I was like, okay, which car have you bought this time? So she tells me, guess. And previously she was driving a smaller car. So I was imagining one now is that is easier to manage.
Could be a smaller one.
Yes. Exactly. Where did you know the parts were so hard to find. So I thought, let me get one that is easier to manage, you know. Now I start going down, smaller car. This one, no. Smaller, no. I'm done guessing. So she tells me, you know, because of effectiveness and managing, I thought, let me get a CX-5.
Wow, that's easier. And that's easier.
Yeah, that's easier. So you're talking, I was imagining of this friend of mine, and I'm like, wow.
They're talking simply to it like downgrade. Which is an upgrade.
Yes.
And I hope you know bigger cars are easier to drive.
They are.
Very funny. They help you to drive them.
Yes.
They help you to park them.
Yeah.
They show you the ground better.
Yes.
Bigger cars have more facilities. It's more power. They respond faster.
Yeah.
They cruise easier.
Yes.
When you don't know, you think it's big, it's difficult.
Yes, and I think what she was trying to mean is effectiveness in terms of her job.
Yes.
Her class now.
Yes.
And showing up as the boss lady and
Yes.
all. And maybe the other one was just too hard because of the parts were very stubborn actually.
Yes.
She kept looking for them, she couldn't find them.
Yes.
So my mind was going down.
Exactly.
And
you need those kind of friends.
Yes.
Who shock you.
Yeah.
Okay. You know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so interesting. I hope we have learned something and all of us are going to be women of value, women with worth. Thank you so much for being with us. You can get Benjamin Zulu's books from www.benjaminzuluglobal.com.
There are conversations that shape how we live. Conversations that help us navigate challenges of life. Conversations that bring out the best in us. This is where we gather to help each other find the way and unleash our potential. Welcome to the Benjamin.